Russia's war in Ukraine is hitting a breaking point. With relentless losses and dwindling resources, the Kremlin is now turning to a surprising partner, North Korea. But this isn't just about Pyongyang sending ammunition. Reports indicate that North Korean soldiers might soon be on the ground, stepping in to reinforce Russian forces directly. If these reports are accurate, North Korean troops won't just be supporting Russia from the sidelines. They could soon be stationed on key front lines. And this development raises big questions. Will NATO continue to hold back, or will this alliance push the West to respond more forcefully? In this video, we're exploring how North Korea's involvement could shift the course of the war and potentially force NATO into a confrontation it's been trying to avoid. So, what do we actually know? Multiple sources, including Ukrainian and South Korean intelligence, report a steady flow of North Korean troops into Russia. According to South Korean officials, 1,500 North Korean soldiers arrived in Russia between October 8th and October 13th, bringing weapons, gear, and even falsified Russian IDs. Sources say this could be just the beginning, with North Korean forces potentially growing to 12,000 troops. And where are they heading? These troops are likely being deployed to Russia's western provinces near Ukraine, where they could secure Russian defenses and free up Russian soldiers for frontline combat. Even if North Korean troops aren't in active combat, their presence could allow Russia to reallocate its own troops for offensive maneuvers. Now, you might wonder, how effective will North Korean soldiers be in this fight? North Korea's Special Operations Forces are known for fierce loyalty, but they lack the advanced technology and modern battlefield experience of NATO forces. However, these troops' strict loyalty to Kim Jong-un makes them a valuable asset for a Russian military running out of options. North Korea's involvement isn't random. It's a survival tactic. Both Russia and North Korea are operating from a position of global isolation, seeking mutual benefit. In June 2024, Putin and Kim Jong-un signed what they publicly described as a peaceful agreement. However, this pact includes a mutual defense clause, a commitment to support one another if either is attacked. The US has called it a desperate move by Russia, reflecting how far Putin is willing to go to secure allies. Here's where it gets complicated. Russia might use this defense clause to justify North Korean involvement, especially if Ukraine's attacks on Russian soil, like in Kursk, are labeled as a threat. Under the guise of collective self-defense, Russia could call on North Korea for military support. And while it might seem far-fetched, this tactic could provide just enough of a legal pretext to claim Russia is acting as the defender. Ukraine might hope for a similar NATO intervention, but there's a roadblock. As much as President Zelensky has pushed for NATO's support, Ukraine isn't a NATO member, so Article 5's collective defense doesn't apply. While NATO is monitoring the situation, it has no legal obligation to intervene directly. However, North Korea's involvement heightens the stakes. Not only does it risk escalating the violence, but it also allows North Korea to gain real battlefield experience and refine its tactics. NATO and Western leaders are watching closely, as the alliance could be forced to act if the situation worsens. If NATO does step in, this could become a global conflict unlike any before. Putin's doctrine includes using tactical nukes if Russia's security is under threat. With North Korea now involved, the potential for catastrophic escalation is undeniable. Imagine 4 of the world's 5 nuclear-armed states facing off. Once nuclear weapons are deployed, de-escalation becomes nearly impossible. Princeton University's 2019 simulation estimated that over 90 million people would be dead or injured within hours of a nuclear conflict between the US and Russia. And if NATO intervenes, other nations like China could be pulled in, expanding the war beyond Europe and Asia. So what's your take? Is NATO involvement inevitable, and does this mean World War III? Or is there a path to avoid escalation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.